As I'm learning to be a better father, I'm also loving to lead myself at the same time. And those two, I never knew those two could coexist. However, with them both coexisting, it's helping me actually show myself grace, which is something I'm not used to. So I have my oldest daughter was from my wife had a daughter before we got married. So I came into her life around 12, 13. And then my biological daughter, she's 6. So they're two different ages, two different age ranges. My oldest has autism. My youngest, she does not. So some of the ways that they're wired, just like any other kid, some of the way they're wired are different. And having a daughter my oldest, who I met when I was 12, I let it add complexity when I first came into her life. And it was different, it was difficult. I didn't understand autism the way I do now, and I wish I did, because there were certain ways that I just felt she should do things, or the certain ways I entreated her. I was a new father, so everything was mostly like not drill sergeant. It was just more so you should know to do this or things of that nature. And I don't think that helped at all. It did not help at all. So in this season of my life, I'm blessed now to be placed around men who have fathered children, men who are great at leading, and that's something that I've always wanted. So I didn't grow up with my dad. He was around here and there, but I didn't grow up with him pouring into me, him giving me lessons on manhood, lessons on how to develop your child, and things of that nature. And for years, I said it so much that it became a wall in front of me that, man, like I didn't have my dad, so I don't know how to be a good father, or I didn't have men around me, so I don't know how to really lead. I didn't have it. I also let that come out my mouth way too much. So one of my prayers was always, God, can you put me around men who love their wives, love their children, who lead, and things like that. So now, fast forwarding, confronting some of the things that, hey, you're always developing and building a better relationship with your children, and that does not look linear. So from a coaching standpoint or a business standpoint, you kind of know like things won't be linear when it comes to success. But when it comes to relationships, you know it, but it's hard to embrace that it's not linear. So some days you feel like you're making progress. Some days you feel you don't. Homeschooling my younger one, some days I feel like, man, we are knocking it out of the park. And then some days it's just like, what are we doing? And being okay with that, because growth is messy. Healing is messy. Joe Tubman said this before, and I loved it. He said, "Healing is a dirty job. It's a dirty job. It's worth it, but it's dirty." So just learning this stuff, I'm just putting some content out, not to teach, not to be perfect, but to just bring you along for the journey, and hopefully it resonates with you, or it may not. But I know when I first became a father, I wish I would have looked at more videos on someone who's journeying along, who's in a journey of becoming a better father, a better leader, versus only studying people who've mastered it or who are good at it. I think you need both. But the one that seeing somebody do it in real life, it hits different. Belief is somebody who I watch a lot. Love what he does. Love how he showcases the good and the bad of parenting, of leading. Is a book, I forgot the title of it, Father Yourself, or look up Belief, Beleaf. His name is Glenn, I think it's Glenn Harris. Don't quote me on it. But great book on leading yourself. The giving myself grace part is the part that's helping me not break. Because when I first started aiming at it, it was like checklist. Like, I got to get this right. If I don't get this right, if I don't get this perfect, then we got to start all over, or we got to throw the whole thing away. And it wasn't like that. Relationships are not the same way as just mapping out a plan with no emotions. Yes, I believe it does require mapping out. I believe it does require planning and things like that. But some stuff you have to be in the game. Like, you just have to feel the game. You have to see, okay, this is where I went off. This is what I could do different next time. And doing that without condemning yourself. I used to do that all the time. Man, you should have did better at that. You should have did better at this. You knew better. And I would just go live in condemnation for a couple of days. Versus, okay, we saw the area we're gonna work on. What do we need to study? What do we need to adjust? How do we need to make sure when these things happen we don't blow up? So I'm just taking you along for the journey. I don't have a series in mind. I just felt today I wanted to share because I'm giving myself compassion and giving myself a kudos, a pat on the back for saying, Drew, we are walking this thing out. We're not running from it. We're walking it out. And just wanted to share with you guys today.